Oh, snap. There we are.
We need to turn off Dateline. We're going to be watching that more than doing the goddamn show.
Mm-hmm. More room this week.
You fucking click the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're live.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we've been live for a few minutes.
Ah.
Let the people, we already got 4 people watching.
I don't know. Okay. Then I guess I should finish stuffing my mouth here. Michael! What's up? He says the Bell twins are on TV because they're shitty divas. But they are the shitty divas.
What is that?
They're divas. They're not women's wrestlers.
Are you guys ready?
I mean, the only other shitty diva would be Foxy. Even then, I kind of like Foxy.
With the blonde hair now?
She's got spunk.
That's what you call it?
Pizzazz.
I like the pizzazz all over.
That girl's got moxie. Oh, yes. Thank you, sir. All right. Hi, Randy. No Arnold today. He's got personal stuff going on this week and next week, apparently. All right.
Mama gotta have a life, too.
Yeah, somebody gotta have a life. All right. Swallow.
Usa.
Live from the landing strip. It's a 301st edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. We very much appreciate it. If you're watching us live, like my wife, Randy, and Michael Network, thank you. You could log in onto your YouTube account and, sign in with Google, and you could chat with us in the live chat, and I'll see you pulled up here on my old handy-dandy smartphone. If you are not watching us live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or just drop a comment right here in the comment section of the YouTube video. And we kind of use Twitter sometimes, and we use Instagram sometimes too. Twitter at H Wrestling Radio, Instagram Houston Wrestling Radio, all together one word. Boom, Chris,
My man!
Oh, yeah. Did we ever come up with a tag team name, just me and you together?
No.
Because you and Travis had one, right? What was it? I thought y'all did. I don't remember. Okay, well, whatever. So it's just us two. It's the Mexicans tonight.
Yeah.
That's like,
Arriba!
Like if Arnold isn't a Mexican. Arnold's the most Mexican out of all three of us, really.
I'm starting to doubt that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You think you're the most Mexican?
Kind of by default.
Really?
But that's a conversation I'll save till Arnold gets his bitch ass back over here in 2 weeks. 2 weeks! He's missing today's prediction show, next week's poll show. Yeah, I was looking for that word.
Yes.
Because apparently,
El antes y el después.
I wrote the numbers all down. I assumed it was next Sunday. Pray tell it is not.
Yeah, you fucked up.
This Sunday is Hell in a Cell. Ding. Man.
Oh, Randy said that we could be Los Cabrones.
Somebody had to feed her that. And there's no way in hell a white woman came up with a Mexican name that cool.
Well, she's had a little Mexican in here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How often is it in there?
Like I said, it's little.
I'm sure she'll vouch for that.
Jesus. Or cabron jabronis.
She had it right the first time.
She had it right the first time. Thank you, babe.
Let's get right into this.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Mick Foley, inside Hell in a Cell. What kind of recipe is that?
I think it's a little bit more interesting with Foley in there. But the skeptical, jaded, marquee fan in me automatically thinks this. I'm not allowed to actually like this because my thought is, oh, fuck, they're trying to get Foley to get Roman over when it didn't work with The Rock. Foley's going to be the one that they're going to try that all over again with, where Foley's holding up Roman's head, going like this with the confused look on his face. Like, why the hell are they booing this guy? The same way how it happened with The Rock. Remember that expression on The Rock's face? Same thing's going to happen with Foley.
I honestly don't think Foley's being used to perch up Roman at all.
Okay.
I think this is a couple of months too late, but yeah, the 20th anniversary of Foley getting thrown off and getting thrown through the Hell in a Cell at King of the Ring 98.
That was the King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm. King of the Ring 98.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an odd match to have on the King of the Ring pay-per-view, isn't it?
The Bruce Pritchard podcast, they gave it to him because apparently neither the back office nor, I guess, the fans wanted to see part 3 of Mankind versus Steve Austin for the heavyweight title. So that's why they went with Austin Kane, and they gave Mankind Undertaker again, but they'd worked with themselves so many times in the past year and a half. How are they going to make it more interesting? All right, we'll put it inside Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Okay, how do we top Hell in a Cell? I think I'm going to start on top. Oh, fuck. And we all know how that happened.
Yeah.
Which isn't the first time.
But still, it's weird that it was at a King of the Ring.
I want to say...
Shouldn't that pay-per-view be all about the tournament?
I want to say Bad Blood 2003?
Yeah.
2003?
That's
Triple H versus Kevin Nash inside Hell in a Cell with Foley as the ref also.
Yeah.
Here in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
But goddamn, he cut a good promo.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Boy can still spit fire.
Foley always cuts good promos. That's not surprising. I love Foley and his promos. He's a good promo.
Foley aside, anticipation level for what's probably going to be the main event of the night.
It's in the cell, so that's a plus. It has Foley, that's a plus. It has Strowman, that's a plus. He's cashing in his money. That's not a plus for me. It's against Money in the Bank. It's against Roman, so Roman's probably going to win. That's not a plus for me. So, all things considered, I'm still going to go with about a 7. Okay. Again, I'm not being a Roman hater. I'm Roman indifferent. I'm just... We're going with basically Roman as the Shield versus Braun with the Dogs of War. But the first match that they're having together is in a Hell of a Cell where the other parties can't be involved. Usually, if there's other parties involved, it's the second or third or fourth or fifth match where they're like, fuck it, let's put them in a cage so nobody else can interfere. So that kind of also screams out to me that the gimmick of the Hell in a Cell keeping everybody out isn't going to hold up. Everybody's going to wind up in that motherfucker at one point in time. We're going to have all of the Shield. We're going to have Scottish Terminator and, old Mr. Ziggles in there. They're all going to be up in there. So, I don't know, man. That kind of sucks, I think. Yeah.
Still a 7 for a match that you think might suck.
Still a 7. Still a 7 because it's still Braun. It's still the Universal title. It's still the main event. I don't hate Roman's in-ring work as much as I hate the way they book him. And I think he's improved a little bit on the mic. Mm-hmm. But in-ring, okay, it could be good. Strowman, he's pretty good too. I'm kind of more interested. I'm giving it such a high rating because I'm more interested to see what they're actually going to do and what the fallout is. I think it's more of not 7 anticipation level. Oh, this is going to be good. More like 7. I'm really interested to see what the hell's going to happen. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. What about you, sir? Oh, and I have Roman winning, by the way.
LOL, Roman wins?
LOL, Roman wins. What about you?
I'm at about a 6. And that's being very optimistic because I haven't really liked much of this build.
Okay.
I don't understand why the roster beat up Roman a couple weeks ago. I don't understand. I mean, the Shield. I don't understand why. I know why they're trying to do it, but it doesn't make sense to me that this wasn't Braun outnumbering Roman 3-1, and by getting back in the corner, he brought the Shield. This is Roman beginning the whole rivalry, building up to this match by him bringing the Shield because he didn't want to get cashed on.
Which is a heel move.
Yeah.
Everything that Roman and the Shield have done has been fucking dick moves. But when you get and conversely on the other side, all the stuff Braun's done has been like the retaliation, let's ramp it up. Hey, I'm going to get the support of the locker room. That's all babyface stuff. The only thing that they're different that differentiates it is the fact that Roman's going out there and still being facey, and Braun's still going out there being heelish in his promos. But the actual formula itself is a babyface formula for Strowman. He's getting the support of the locker room. When have we ever had the support of the locker room be like nothing but heels? That makes sense. He's doing the right thing. It's like, hey, this guy was a dick to me. He was a dick because he got all his friends to gang up on me. So, I'm going to get some friends, and we're going to outnumber him because we're tired of their shit. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. That doesn't make sense for a heel to do. I'm sorry. I totally interrupted you.
I want to say that I have Braun winning this. At the same time, Roman just got the fucker off of a guy that had only shown up for like a cup of coffee on television. So for him to lose the belt now is too soon. But then again, if Roman were to beat Braun in this type of match, building up their past and Braun using the briefcase to get this match, there's no incentive. There's no incentive in a rematch. Like, okay, Roman beats Braun, then what?
All right.
Are we already moving on to the next challenger?
I would assume so.
Is it Drew? Because remember, they said they had big plans. So they're going to be second fiddle to Braun. Right?
Drew's going to be third fiddle, I think, because I think the leader out of Ziggler and Drew is Ziggler. Remember, Scottish Diesel is Scottish Diesel. He's the backup to the HBK of Ziggler. Mm-hmm. He's Heartbreak Ziggler. So if you put them with Strowman, okay, now Strowman's the leader, so the pecking order is Strowman, Ziggler, then Drew?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's kind of weird, too. I mean, they're not like this super team like Hogan and Macho, powers. They're not that. They're just like, okay, well, we have a defined pecking order. This is the big guy who's the top dude. And then, you got the veteran who knows what he's doing. And he's showing this rookie who's not really a rookie who left and came back.
Who's done more than Ziggler has.
Yeah.
If you count his...
So weird.
I haven't been watching consistently enough of SmackDown, but I can already tell you hands down I'm more looking forward to AJ versus Joe for the WWE title than this match, which is weird because
we do have Arnold by remote. He said that his prediction is Roman.
Okay.
He has one for each match.
I know. Yeah, I read that. Yeah. I'm curious on the AJ Joe stuff, but I'm finding it hard to understand why Joe has to do what he's doing. I think it clicked yesterday. It reminded me why I was getting burned out on WWE in the first place.
Okay, why is that?
Because this is not for me. Raw and SmackDown is no longer for guys our age that are clinging to the Attitude Era, brother, like it's the second coming.
Yeah.
No. When you have a guy like Samoa Joe that could cut a promo and set a mic on fire and can wrestle any kind of division against any type of wrestler, we've seen his matches with AJ. We know what they can do in the ring. Mm-hmm. Joe is going to break out a storybook the size of this poster to read us a story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say this.
If my ears were deaf when that happened.
I will say this. SmackDown last night really laid it on thick with the silly. That was one of the silly parts. Had we just got one or two of the silly parts, I would have been okay with it. Initially, when I saw that promo with Joe, it made me laugh. I liked it. I was sports entertained. But I also saw this could kind of be problematic because it's all supposed to be about intensity. I mean, he's fucking around psychologically, with him and his family. Like, holy shit, this shouldn't be a funny ha-ha getting the book out, even though I did do funny ha-ha laughing at the book out. So I'm kind of on the fence. I liked it, but I didn't like it. So I don't know. Now, when you compare that with all the other stuff that happened on SmackDown that was silly, I was like, whoever was the writer that night decided they just want to make everything funny.
The problem was it didn't feel balanced. AJ's promo in an empty arena talking about he got me at my weakness. He knows what my weakness is because we've been wrestling for so long. It felt like a legit fight promo feel.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the 80s WWE superstars on Saturday morning promo from someone who, like you just said, should be more aggressive because he's like pulling on AJ strings like a puppet.
Yeah.
And instead of that, we're getting story time with Uncle Joe. It's like,
I mean, the story was pretty demented. Like, if you listen to it, he kind of, you know, like he was still pulling at those heartstrings. That's why I'm kind of on the fence about it, because on the one hand, it was silly. On the other hand, it was still kind of fucked up, which is exactly what Joe's trying to do.
If he would have just stood out there on the ring and said exactly what he said.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Robert Midland says this. What's up, Robert, by the way? Thank you for joining us, as always. He says, is WWE Shop selling that storybook yet?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You know, Porsche pointed out something as we were watching that last night. It did have gold trim and all the stuff for Connor's Cure. If there's something that's a gold color during that month, they sell it as part of the charity thing. I wonder if maybe that could be it. It could be one of those charity things you bid on. My wife, Randy, says, I was impressed with the prop makers and all the work they put into it. Yeah, you're right. They put some work.
I was at a 6 for Roman Braun inside the cell.
Robert says this. He should have been wearing a sweater instead of that ridiculous JoJo Joe shirt.
Mr.
Rogers sweater on.
No.
I'm sorry. Go.
Would you be my children? Yeah. I was at a 6 for the Raw heavyweight title. I am at a 7 for the SmackDown title. Still higher, but I think WWE is starting to show that they can really drop the ball on like gimmies. They completely dropped the ball with Nakamura and AJ this year. Completely.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball last year by not giving Nakamura the title at SummerSlam against Jinder. You know, these matches where everybody that likes pro wrestling wants to see, and WWE's like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting until the last match between AJ and Joe to be at like very weary. I'm kind of getting weary now.
I see.
And again, this is another situation to where this is Joe's second title match with AJ. Joe doesn't beat him.
Then what?
Yeah.
AJ should move on.
Yeah.
That being said, who do you got winning?
I'm picking Joe.
Okay.
Because you start to have that problem where at some point everything they do after a certain part of their career in that company becomes not as it feels like you're striking when the iron's cold. And if
like Ziggler.
You already tried this with Joe Lesnar.
Yeah.
Understandably, you might not have been ready or injury prone or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it now, then fuck it. Just send them back to NXT or do something else.
Right.
Even now, Knock America, which is cool, I'm still weary because I had Nakamura up here and they reminded me that it's WWE, that it's not for me. So they knocked me down to like here.
Okay.
So it's taken me a while to get back to where I would have been.
All right. For this match, I'm going to be a little bit more optimistic than you. I'm going to be at an 8.5.
Woo!
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. 8.5.
You were at a 7 for the Raw title. You're at an 8.5.
8.5. Mostly because for the Raw title, there's things that I don't like that I could see. It's like, I'm not going to like it. For this match, with that promo, I said that I liked it, but I didn't like it. I still enjoyed the funnies on it. But again, I'm a guy that kind of likes the funny. But it didn't completely turn me off from this match. Okay. It's still Joe versus AJ. It's still holy fuck, it's Joe versus AJ, you know? So I think the match itself could probably be pretty good.
I hope it's faster than the first match. I understand. Yeah. Tease us.
This really, I'm fairly certain that it's predictable, quote unquote, that AJ's winning this, because I don't think that WWE believes in Joe that much. And while I like the funny storyline on SmackDown, and I like everything leading up to the funny storyline on SmackDown because it was intense, and that's the kind of Joe that I like. I think they're building up Joe to be a good villain to feed to AJ. And I mean, that's cool and all. I still like AJ as a champ, but I wish I was less certain about it going into the match. If I was less certain about who was actually going to win this, I'd probably be at a 9 or a 10. But I'm pretty sure AJ's winning it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
How about the women?
The women.
Pick one.
Becky and Charlotte.
Becky and glasses.
You like that, didn't you? You're going to laugh when I say this.
You didn't.
No. I thought she was attractive too, but you're going to laugh at this. When I first saw her out over the barricade and she hadn't taken off her disguise yet and she was just attacking Charlotte, legit, this is what I said. Is that Oksana?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
For a split second, I thought that was fucking Oksana coming back to the WWE.
I should have called Travis.
I thought it was Oksana.
No. You must be out your
I was. The minute the words came out of my mouth, I realized, oh, fuck, that's Becky. Yeah, but for a split second, I thought I was being surprised with who the hell it was. No. Although I do miss Oksana.
I do also. She made a great team.
Goddamn, she was so attractive. Holy shit. Hey, Hector, what's up, man? Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And Elias, what's up? Thank you for joining us as well.
We're sitting, but we're still walking with you.
Yeah.
I'm at an 8 for this match. I am at an 8 for this match.
Arnold has AJ.
Okay.
Winning. Okay. Sorry, 8 for this match. All right. Why are you at an 8 for Becky versus Charlotte?
It feels so... So here's the thing that I wish they did with AJ and Joe. But I guess because they never had the time on WWE television, all that history.
Yeah.
This feels genuine. We've spent these last couple of months, like you said, like, man, we saw Becky scratch and claw from being the first SmackDown Women's Champ to being knocked down to the back of the line. And then Tits McGee out of nowhere just like cost the match, and she takes the title.
New Tits McGee.
Yeah. Enhanced Tits McGee. Balanced, I guess, with if you've seen the pictures. So, like, I understand completely. She's the heel, but I'm siding with the heel because she has every reason to be feeling the way she's feeling. She's not evil. She's a woman. That's what women do.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd say she's just an anti-hero right now. She's an anti-hero, kind of along the veins of Stone Cold back in the day. He was supposed to be the heel, but everybody empathized with him and understood it, what he was going through. And we're like, you know what? Fuck it. That's like this guy. I get it. I'm frustrated just like him. And I'm sure there's always been people frustrated at their job where they're trying to do something, get that promotion, get that raise, whatever, and they're fighting and clawing and scratching and and then they get cut in the line with the somebody else just jumping.
Women angry at that hot blonde because the hot blonde's getting all the eyeballs, and the redhead's like, I'm still looking for my soul.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I kind of feel for her. So she's a kind of an anti-hero there, and I hope that WWE sees that, because what she did on SmackDown was a little bit too much leaning towards the heel side. I kind of want her to be a tweener. You don't think her calling her a bitch in the ring on live television put her over as a heel? No, I think that put her over as a tweener, because that came from that place of frustration that I empathize with. But her hiding in the audience and then jumping out and attacking her while she's high-fiving little kids, that's a heel thing. The cover-up that the commentators gave me was that she was at ringside the entire time scouting Charlotte in person. That's how I took it. That's how the commentators explained it to me. Simple line. And she took the opportunity to just fuck her up. Mm-hmm. She didn't premeditate fucking her up and being sneaky and cowardly about it. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I might be able to buy that, but I'm not saying I 100% feel this way. I'm saying I fear that WWE is just going to go cheesy, cowardly heel in the direction with Becky.
The moment that you turn Becky into a cowardly heel, her entire run it's gone.
It's gone. She needs to be somebody who still has her own morals, who has her own compass, but she's fucking frustrated and she's tired of the shit.
Yeah.
In order for me to feel the way I still feel about her. If they do cowardly heel bullshit with her, then she becomes boring, uninteresting. She becomes another
She's the CM Punk of SmackDown.
She becomes another run-of-the-mill WWE heel.
Yeah. What's your anticipation level for this match?
6.
Really? That low?
It is that low.
You were Raven.
I was Raven. What about Raven? But I'm kind of that low because I'm not looking forward to the actual match itself. I've seen what they can do, and it's all right. It's not bad. They could probably do something good together. But I'm not like, oh my god, like AJ and Joe. Oh, I know that's going to be a good match. These two, they could do pretty well.
Are you disappointed that this match isn't inside a Hell in a Cell?
That may have helped. That may have helped. I don't think it was the first women's Hell in a Cell if they did that, which is good because anytime that they say, "Oh, it's the first whatever match for the,"
we already had that last year. Charlotte, Sasha.
Yeah, they drive that fact into the ground, and it's more about the gimmick of it being the first. So if this would have been, the second or third or whatever it was, women's Hell in a Cell, where it was just, hey, this rivalry is so hot, it just needs to be in a cell.
Like all the other rivalries back in the day before they made a fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah. Then I'd be like, fuck yeah. I'd be at a higher anticipation level. The outcome of the match, again, I think it's my fear of how they're actually going to present Becky. Are they going to be like, no, bitch, you're supposed to boo for her.
You're supposed to not get over Jericho.
Yeah, you're supposed to not like her. So we're going to book her as complete heel 100% of the way instead of like this tweener who's frustrated. Then I'm going to be like, oh, fuck, they fucked it up. And I'm not going to like it. And that's why, the match itself, I'm like, okay, it's going to be good, but meh. But the outcome, I'm like, oh, man, they could really fuck this up bad, and I'm not going to like it. That's why my anticipation level is so low. Also, who I have winning is Charlotte. I bet you Charlotte's going to win. I bet you Charlotte's going to fucking win. As somebody else, Elias Laredo says here in the live chat, Flair is the woman Roman Reigns. Charlotte might be the Flair, or Charlotte might be the female Roman Reigns.
The hell did she do to you?
I don't know.
I got Becky winning.
Okay, go for it.
I got Becky winning. How about Raw? Are you excited for the rematch between Ronda and Alexa?
Hold that thought. Arnold says Charlotte's gonna win.
Okay.
All right. Ronda and Alexa.
Are you excited for the rematch?
No.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I can't pinpoint why, though.
I'm at a 5, and I'll tell you why. Ronda's going to fucking kill Alexa again. This isn't a competition as far as I'm concerned. This match is just to get Alexa finally out of the way of this feud. And I fucking love Alexa, but I don't believe that Alexa has the... She doesn't have the stamina. She doesn't have the skill, and she doesn't have the strength to match kayfabe-wise with Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey's going to wrestle circles around her, break her fucking arm like fucking Cero Miedo. Like, Ronda's going to kill her, and I don't want to see Alexa get killed, but I also believe she's going to get killed. Killed.
Y'all need to record this because this is probably the first time I'm ever going to say this.
All right.
The MVP of this entire feud so far has been Natty. Holy crap. I'm like past this. I'm waiting to see Ronda versus Natty. Whether you do it face versus face or just Natty bringing out the true heart pride and showing her why she's like the big deal and Ronda's just the up-and-comer.
You're kind of agreeing with Elias in the live chat right now, but he said either Natty or Nikki could turn on Ronda. I don't see why Nikki would turn on Ronda. But
that's till later. We got the 6-woman tag at Melbourne.
Nikki's got her own thing.
Rumor has it with the Seto that we might
with the Z
that we might get Nikki Bella versus Ronda main eventing the Evolution pay-per-view.
Oh, I hope Ronda kills Nikki.
That one, yes.
Yeah. I just don't want her to kill Alexa because I like Little Bit. I like her a lot.
I'm at a 5 for this match.
Okay.
I'm expecting Rousey to win this. Not as handedly, because I think they're trying to build Alexa up as, well, she can at least try to tap out Ronda. You know, because she had that one victory by submission.
Arnold agrees with the both of us. He says Ronda.
Yeah, I think that's too easy.
I think it is too easy.
How about the tag titles for Raw? You care about that?
Who is it?
Dean and Seth from the Shield against Drew Galloway and Dolph Ziggler. They have made it last minute on Monday. If you sneezed, you missed it.
Okay, I missed it.
But yes, we're getting the tag titles.
Wait. Who has the Intercontinental Championship right now?
Ziggler.
Who has the tag championships right now?
Shield. No, Dean and Ziggler and McIntyre do also. Yeah, they beat B Team.
So the Intercontinental Champion is Seth right now. Seth has the IC belt.
Oh, that's right.
Because remember, or I'll strip you of your titles if you show back up.
Oh,
and they showed back up, and we're like,
yeah.
"Hey, Corbin, are you gonna fucking strip him of that IC belt?"
Yeah.
And then he didn't get stripped.
I'm at a 4.
And instead, he has a fucking tag team title match where he could be a dual champion again.
Because apparently Dean's brother, the chief of police from New Orleans, got him a break, which I thought was kind of stupidly funny. I laughed at that.
Yeah.
My anticipation's at a 4 for this. Like, it feels inconsequential.
Elias said something that caught my eye in the live chat, so I want to rewind a little bit to the women's Raw Women's match. Or Nia can come back and destroy both of them.
No.
No? I would like that. That would be a nice surprise.
No.
I don't know who would be able to actually destroy Ronda other than maybe somebody big like Nia.
Unfortunately, Nia's run on Raw is over.
Stick a fork in it instead?
Yeah, throw her to SmackDown. Give me Nia against Sonya Deville.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay.
You want to really build up Brie Bella as a babyface? Have Nia against Brie Bella.
Okay.
You know, and have Brian backstage teach Bella some submissions to try to chop the tree down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'll probably start earning some brownie points for Botchamania over there.
Okay. I'm sorry. So I rewound. We were talking about the tag match.
Yes. Who did what's his face pick?
Arnold picked the Shield.
Okay, Arnold picked the Shield.
You know, if McIntyre and Ziggler have those titles, I think they're going to keep those titles.
Yep.
And I don't see Seth being a dual playing second fiddle to Roman.
Okay, so if this feud keeps going,
because this reunion of the Shield is all about getting Roman over.
Yeah,
it's not about the Shield as a
and
unit.
we're probably building towards, because October is October's Melbourne.
What did I say my anticipation level was for Alexa versus Ronda?
You didn't give one.
5.
Okay,
go.
They're probably gonna do a 6-man tag at fucking Melbourne, and then that'll probably build to Survivor Series. Well, they'll each add some more. So yeah, besides Dean and Seth, and cancel out the B team because they're already dead.
Yeah.
Who's the next babyface tag team worthy of a title shot that you would see Ziggler and McIntyre defending against?
If they get their shit together, and by shit, I mean make them more of a cohesive unit and have them come out to some sort of other different remix and have them have the same-ish kind of look, I would say Ready, Willing, Gable, and Glorious.
Already? You're anointing them as the next team to...
If they do all that shit I just said.
Well, right that takes
now,
time.
I know it takes time.
Yeah.
But
they have time.
They have a little bit of time.
If they're pushing the whole 3-on-3 narrative and maybe add a couple more for Survivor Series.
Yeah, build them up for a little bit. Have it to where Gable gets a fucking robe. Have it to where Bobby Roode gets like a towel also that'll say, you know, have them both come out at the same time. They both do the Glorious. Or they do a remix.
Imagine 5-on-5 Survivor Series and it's the Shield with Gable and Roode. on the babyface side, and Gable just runs shop on all fucking.
Gable does what Ziggler did a few years ago.
Gable Olympic slams Strowman.
Oh God!
Gable submits McIntyre. Gable show steals Ziggler.
Yeah,
and put him the fuck over.
I'm waiting for them to really do something with Gable, and it sucks that like he had the partner with Jason Jordan go away, and then they're like, well, here, let's give him another black guy in Shelton Benjamin, and then that didn't work.
No, first they tried to see if the parts were greater than the sum of the unit. We had Jason Jordan have some decent matches with Cena, decent matches with Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
I would say even pretty good. But you compare them to Chad Gable's matches on SmackDown against AJ Styles, against Rusev.
Yep.
Dude, Gable and Gable's got a lot more charisma than fucking Jason Jordan. So much so that they had to stick Jason Jordan with Kurt Angle. And that failed also.
Yeah.
So but yeah, okay, so Glorious Tactics. Yeah, I've got Ziggler and McIntyre holding on to those belts for a while.
Ziggler and McIntyre, I say we'll hold on to the belts as well. Did you give an anticipation level for that match?
I'm at a 4.
4? I'm at a 4 also. Yeah.
I am more interested in the SmackDown tag title match.
Okay. New Day versus
Rusev Day.
The battle of the days.
Match of the week candidate, the tag match between Sheamus and Cesaro. And Rusev and fucking Aiden English is hanging with these heavyweights.
I love this story that they're doing.
You called it weeks ago. This is what you wanted.
This is
exactly what you wanted.
Exactly what I wanted. Where instead of them breaking up like how they always do, following that fucking story type with WWE booking, they did the opposite. They threw me a curveball where, you know what, he's going to start working even harder to get back into the good graces. Where to the point he's almost self-sacrificial for the team and for the good of Rusev Day, where he put himself in the way of the bro kick just so that Rusev wouldn't get it. And it worked for them. Rusev got the fucking pin because of it. Oh, it was beautiful storytelling. Beautiful. My match of the week pick. Fuck it.
Holy shit. Wow. SmackDown again this week was the show to watch some good wrestling.
Uh-huh.
That was just one example of it. New Day on fucking oh my god.
New Day on commentary was silly. But I like
Kofi backstage
was silly. That was ridiculous.
In a good way because it fits the character.
Yes, it does.
Oh my god.
Again, like I said, SmackDown really laid it on thick with the silly because that was right after the storybook time with Joe. So it was like, all right, this might be a little bit too much silly, but I like Kofi, and Kofi has enough equity build up to where I'm like,
we'll give him a pass if it sucks.
Yeah, and it didn't suck. It was pretty goddamn funny. And the fact that, like, he was sitting at the commentary booth while saying, hey, we're going to record back there. And it was like they tried to play it off like it was live, but it wasn't live, obviously, because there he is. Like, that even added
and
to it.
And they sold it like if it was another guy. Oh, fuck. Loved it.
That white person voice he did too was so precious.
I might be too generous, but I am also at an 8 for this match.
Okay.
Give it to me. Fuck it. Rusev Day.
I am at an 8. I also want to say, give it to me, Rusev Day. Arnold says New Day is going to win.
He's got an opinion.
He can have it. He can end it. I, as much as I love the New Day, I've said this during their lengthy title reign that they had, 2 years ago, where they were breaking records for how long their reign was. Mm-hmm. I did say, along with you and Travis, they don't need the belts. They're over enough as is. They don't need the belts.
What?
And I still say that now. They don't need the belts right now. Give it to Rusev Day. Show Rusev Day and Rusev some love that you haven't really shown him ever since his first fucking run with the United States title when he came out WrestleMania with the motherfucking tank. Ever since then, he hasn't really done a whole lot. And putting this strap on him, of course, with Aiden English, with his wife by his side. I check the tape on that one. This might be that little bit of extra prestige that I want to see out of Rusev.
And Aiden. Whoever thought that he would get Aiden. Whoever thought he would get a main roster tag belt with someone other than.
Oh yeah. What was his name? Gotch? Simon Gotch.
Yeah. That's going to be fun.
You said your anticipation level was an 8?
Yeah.
Mine, 8. I'll agree with you. I'll agree. I can't in good conscience go to a 9 because I feel that's too high. But down to a 7, that just doesn't feel right for Rusev Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella against The Miz and Maurice.
Elias says, unless Rusev turns on Aiden if they lose to a New Day. I don't want that to happen, Elias. I do not want them to turn on each other. They're working it out. That's a different story than what we normally see. That I fucking love this story right now. Okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
The Mixed Match Challenge match that we're getting on the pay-per-view.
Oh, 3?
Really?
3? I think that we saw pretty much the entire match yesterday. And there was like nothing to it. And the reason why is because Maurice, even though I love Maurice, I really do. Maurice is cool. I like Ms. and Mrs. She's an awesome person, but she's pretty much a valet. She wrestled back, during the Divas era. And yeah, she was Divas champ. Okay, fine. But I don't see her as somebody that can hang now. And we have seen that Brie can't fucking hang right now. Brie had those botches and it was just ugly. That match that they had last night, even though it was the main event, it was obvious that they were masking a lot of stuff in the match. Hey, look, we're going to have Maurice versus Brie and they're going to have a match. They didn't have a match. They had a promo. They had a promo segment where one ran away and the other didn't, and they just did a few little basic things in the ring, and that's it. When they're going to be in the ring, it's going to absolutely fucking suck. So why should we muddy up the waters of a match that's going to be so fucking badass, of a match that we got that was supposed to be badass a few weeks ago that was okay, to continue the feud between Daniel and Miz, and you're going to insert a bunch of shit into it. It's not going to work, man. I get the novelty of the idea that, it's the husband and wife versus the husband and wife. I get it. That's cool. The story works, but the execution's not going to follow suit with the story. And who won between Miz and D-Bry last time? Miz. So D-Bry's winning this time. 50-50 booking. Miz and Maurice. Or Miz and Brie. Arnold has...
Brie? Miz and Maurice.
Yeah, there you go. I had it right the first time. Arnold says the Danielsons are going to win it.
The tape exists. I said this the post SummerSlam show that I would like to see Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella against the Miz and Maurice on our match of the year list. And I am so reading that right now. Oh my god. I was out of town. I was in Denver when I heard what the fuck the ironing board Bella, all the botches that she did.
Brie.
Yeah, Brie. Mo did to, oh my god. My anticipation for this is at a 0. 0. You're 99.9% right, and I hate saying that on the air. I think we already got this match last night.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna put this on the pre-show. I'm not gonna riot.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Robert Midland says this. Bryan and Brie will win. I'm getting the feeling that they're about to move along and are saving Nakamura for D-Bry. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No. I've got Miz and Maurice winning this. So that means Daniel Bryan's 0-2 until 3 weeks from now when they're in Melbourne. Daniel Bryan finally beats The Miz and earns a #1 contendership match for the WWE title, either against AJ or Samoa Joe, depending on who's champion then.
Okay.
So I've Daniel Bryan and Nakamura, that's like, no.
All right. Elias says Maurice has a lot of ring rust. I agree. She definitely she was worse than Rusty. Now I get it. She's 5 months after giving birth, so she gets a pass on that. But that doesn't change the fact that she's not good in the ring. Mm-hmm. And so it's Bryan versus Miz Part 2. Yeah, it's Bryan versus Miz Part 2, but with a bunch of other stuff involved, that's not going to be entertaining.
Bree's going to put his hands on the Miz. Maurice is going to try to slap Daniel Bryan around.
Oh, no. Remember, Bree wants to punch him in the face. Yeah. Which, okay, dude. This isn't the 70s where a closed fist punch was oh my God, super illegal, and that's going to get you disqualified. And you know what? You could knock out a man with a single punch. This is 2018, kind of like the way of the DDT when the DDT was a finisher back in the 90s. A DDT is just a regular move nowadays. A punch to the face is less than a regular move. Like, they're really trying to sell that? A punch to the face? That's 70s old school wrestling where you don't even leave your feet. A punch to the face is a heel move and a body slam is a finisher. Oh my God, a body slam. You know, like
the other reason why I think you just reminded me the other reason why I'm at a 0 for this.
All right.
This is another example of divas wrestling in a world of the women's evolution.
Yeah.
This smacks of like 2004,
5.
Oh, no. No.
10?
I'm at a 0. I'm at a 0 for this. No.
Yeah.
I don't want any of this.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we have Charlotte and Becky and Alexa and Ronda and Sasha and Bailey. We have all these badass female wrestlers, and we're gonna put the spotlight on Maurice and Brie.
I think it was too. If they had done a different finish on SummerSlam, I would think that this is too soon to involve the women. We should have had another Daniel Bryan versus Miz one-on-one, and then insert the women, and then have the buffer between the two, like later on.
Mm-hmm.
0.
Well, I think that they should have never involved the women because one of those women is Maurice. I fucking love Maurice as a character. I love her on their reality show. I think she would be great.
You still watch the Miz and Mrs.?
Yes, it's good. But I don't see her as a credible threat as a wrestler in the ring. Mm-hmm. It's like whenever you played like the old SmackDown video games and like some of the women's wrestlers were like 6 or 7 on their power level, but there was a few of them that were like 1. And if you like beat the video game with Mae Young, then oh shit, you're a badass. You're really good at the game because that's the suckiest character. Maurice is that suckiest character right now because she's just not that good at wrestling. Damn. She's just not that good at wrestling.
Okay.
It's not because she's a woman. It's just because she's not that good at wrestling. There's other women that are fucking badass. Like Ronda, like Sasha, like Charlotte, like Becky, Bailey.
Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell. What's the first word that comes to mind when I tell you Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy inside Hell in a Cell?
Ear.
Oh, man.
That's the only thing I can think about in this entire fucking feud. The ear. When he just stuck his finger in the cage and just yanked.
Imagine if Orton handcuffs Jeff to the cell, but instead of his wrist, he goes through the ear hole. Talk about genuine. Because, again, who cannot relate to your gauge ear getting pulled out? Oh, and this is one of like the last items on the bucket list for Jeff. I might be a little too gracious saying this. I'm at a 9. They've done and here's the best part: since before Randy Orton won the heavyweight title last in that feud with Bray Wyatt, this is the first time in a long time that Randy Orton has been interesting. Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy bringing out the best out of each other. Like if this was 2009, I'm fucking digging this, man. I'm at a 9 for this match. And I don't care if Jeff does a spot off the top of the goddamn building. I don't care. Like I'm going to sit back with some popcorn and I'm going to just enjoy it for what it is. I'm not going to have so many high expectations. I'm not going to be hating it if spots aren't done or something's overly done or if something's botched or if the wrong person wins. I don't know. I don't think there's a right or wrong person in this. This has been a very well-told story, and I don't think either one of these guys have done anything to cheapen it. As a matter of fact, Nakamura being shoehorned into this at times made sense also because of the previous history of how these two got there. I'm actually thinking once this match is over, Nakamura's going to go in there and knee the shit out of both of them and wind up getting a triple threat match. That's Nakamura's competition.
Elias says in the live chat, RKO from the top of the cell.
Oh, fuck.
God damn. All right, so your anticipation level is a 9.
Yeah.
I'm at a 3.
Whoa! Finally, this is becoming a debate show. Took us an hour.
I'm at a 3 because
tell me what you're not liking.
Everything.
Really?
Everything. Like, I've never been the biggest Jeff Hardy mark. I never have been.
That's the
you know,
okay.
when we were having the whole tag team wars back then, I was always all about Edge and Christian. I liked Edge and Christian more than the Hardys. I like the Hardys as a unit. But Jeff by himself, I never really dug. But I get it that other people really liked him. I didn't hate on him, but he wasn't.
You were indifferent.
He wasn't my cup of tea. All right. He went to TNA. He did pretty well. Then all the respect for him went out the window with the whole thing with him and Sting. Okay. Well, I understand he's trying to earn some respect back, and for a lot of people, he did earn the respect back. And even for me, that ticker's gone up a little bit. But that doesn't mean that I give a fuck about what he does entertainment-wise in the WWE world of 50-50 uncreative booking. Okay? So Jeff Hardy, I feel like, is 2018 the nostalgia act from the early 2000s. So I don't really care what his future holds because I've already done seen it and there's not a future for him. I kind of also feel the same way about Randy Orton. There's no future for Randy Orton. This is kind of like, all right, move along, old timer. Even though he's not that old. But he's been around forever. He's been on the top boring people for 15 goddamn years. I don't even
think he's 40 yet.
Blandy Borton
fuck, we're going there.
is somebody that I've never given a flying fuck about. So both of these guys are guys that I never ever really cared.
Legacy.
The only time I cared about Randy Orton was Team Rated RKO.
Of course,
because of Edge. But that was the only time.
And he was second fiddle to Edge.
Exactly. That was the only time that I would pop for Orton. Other than that, it's like, okay, he's got the RKO. They don't let him do the punt anymore. If we see a punt, all right, that's cool. In Hell in a Cell, that's cool. The Cell itself, that could be a cool match, but there's other Cell matches on this card, and they're kind of overdoing it. Why? Because we have to have a pay-per-view where they all happen. So it's like, I don't care. It's for the secondary title on the B show.
Match of the week candidate: Jeff Hardy versus Nakamura Shinsuke. That was great. 2 commercial breaks. Holy fuck! I think the first half hour of that show was completely Jeff Hardy Nakamura.
I have Jeff winning this.
I have Jeff winning this also by death.
Arnold has Orton winning this.
Oh, Arnold's an idiot.
All right. What match were we talking about before then? Because I want to throw out Arnold's prediction.
He already gave it.
Danielsons. Yeah, the Danielsons. Gotcha. Okay.
Overall, that's it for now, unless they announce stuff at the last minute.
For like pre-show or something. Is there not a cruiserweight match on this?
Of course not.
Really? At all? Like not even on the pre-show?
No. I heard Gulak won #1 contendership last night, but I didn't watch 205.
But they're having their match at Melbourne, right? In the Super Show?
I think so. I don't know.
WWE Super Slam.
I don't watch that, man.
Yeah, well, you should.
I should. But like a lot of other things, I'm not gonna. You have fallen, but just a detour real quick. You haven't seen any of the Mae Young Classic so far, have you?
I have not yet watched any of the Mae Young Classic.
Unfortunately, for viewers / listeners of this show, I'm not going to watch it.
On purpose or like
on purpose.
By accident? Because for me, it's just accident. I just straight up ran out of time.
On purpose.
On purpose?
Yeah. Mixed Match Challenge is returning in a couple of weeks.
Yeah?
I'm not watching that shit either.
Why?
Let's break out the old math again, because apparently your math was bad before we went on the air tonight, but I'm going to save you the embarrassment.
Okay.
3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, 1 hour of NXT, 1 hour of 205, 30 minutes for the Mixed Match Challenge, and now an hour for fucking Mae Young Classic. That's 9 hours too fucking many.
Well, that's like 6 hours too many, okay? If you didn't watch any of the 9 hours, you wouldn't be a wrestling fan at all. And you
shit!
And you didn't count Lucha.
Rebuttal. That's not WWE. I said
okay.
I saw 2 episodes of NXT. I saw 2 episodes of Lucha Underground. I saw one show from New Japan Pro Wrestling. I saw one episode of Impact, and I was 20 minutes into 2 weeks ago's episode of Ring of Honor until I found out that all that shit happened before fucking All In. So there was no point in me watching it. There is a lot of other wrestling out there.
Almost too much at times.
Almost too much. And God damn it, if I want to dip my feet in that MLW shit that's going on in Orlando too. There's some good stuff going on.
I heard MLW is good.
Yes.
I've heard it's good. Okay.
9 hours is too much to devote to a company.
Is that really the only reason why? Because it's just too many hours?
Yeah.
That's it.
We were on here last week that I can't even, like, we have Hideo fucking Hitami on 205, and I still don't watch it because it's too much. It's oversaturation. Okay. I haven't even watched the last 3 weeks of Story Time. It's too much WWE.
I haven't seen any of Story Time.
And you talking shit to me? Yeah, so nah.
Elias in the live chat says Impact is dry to me.
Dummy. Yeah.
Robert says this, dude, watch the classic. I'm saying it. Satomura versus Killer Kelly is my match of the week pick. Okay, cool. I need to go watch it. I'm not like this guy where I'm saying I'm not gonna. I really should have. It was on me. I was just tired. I passed out. I didn't get to watch it.
I'm a mark out for Evolution. I'm making time for that. But god damn, really? 9 hours? 9.
Oh, Arnold.
You know how many nuts I can bust in 9 hours?
Yeah.
Fuck WWE. Hell no. I'm condensing a lot of that shit.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I get it. That being said, I'm going to hopefully try to watch a little bit more myself so that I could, be caught up on this. Because apparently Robert watches
one other thing, and I don't want to sound demeaning when I say this because I've made this comparison before. There was a lot of hype for the Cruiserweight Classic. Mostly every match in that first round was jaw-dropping. Last year's Mae Young Classic. Half of that first round didn't need to be aired on television. A lot of that first round was watered down. Maybe I'll make the effort for the semifinals because at least I know that's where the finals came from. Because again, I really want to watch Evolution. If I had the time, I would actually go to New Jersey to watch that show. Because again, I've been doing a lot of shit in the last couple of years, and I'm narrowing down to historic shows. I did fucking All In because that was historic.
Yeah.
First time ever, Cody Rhodes winning the title.
Yeah.
I snagged tickets a few days ago for G1 Supercard because, again, biggest show Ring of Honor and New Japan has ever done.
Yeah.
In the Garden. I would go to Evolution to see it, but I am not watching fucking 9 hours worth of the Mae Young Classic to get there. First round, I'm skipping the first round easily. Okay. Maybe if I hear enough positive, I might dip my toes in the second round, but right now, nah.
Well, apparently, according to Robert Midland, you need to watch that one match from this past week. So,
how many shows have we had?
I trust Robert Midland's opinion.
I don't have an argument against Robert Midland's judgment.
Okay,
but how many Mae Young classes have we had so far?
Just the one, and this is the second.
Okay. All right. So I was about to say, if this is like the third episode and he's only telling me one match I need to watch, that's telling.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, there's been 2 episodes. I thought you meant the whole thing.
So 2. So that means we would have had at least, 8 matches? And out of 8 matches, you're telling me I need to watch 1. That makes my point.
Okay. Elias says there's been 1 episode. So tonight was supposed to be the second episode, if we're all correct here.
Anything from Raw or SmackDown that you want to mention?
Bro, I think we've covered it all.
Okay.
I can't think of anything that wasn't already tied to Hell in a Cell. And if there was, fuck it.
Speaking of WWE.
Oh, Jesus.
Keith Lee with the Spirit Bomb 2 weeks ago while I was out of town.
Yeah, I missed this episode.
I caught up on it. Keith Lee, again, another example. Arnold, if he was sitting here, he would say how much the match sucked. He'd say what's a Keith Lee? Because I don't see it because he's focusing too much on Keith Lee. Us that have seen Keith Lee, you focus on everything. Keith Lee made another guy, a rugby player, a nobody, a low talent as far as history. How long has he been in the business? He's been in the business for a snap of the rugby ball.
I wouldn't say that.
Compared to everybody else on the NXT roster, he hasn't been there that long. And Keith Lee made him look like And Keith Lee sold a lot of his shit. Keith Lee made the guy look like he's a fucking threat. Okay. And then Keith Lee fucking hurricaned him.
Yes.
And then Keith Lee fucking spirit bombed him to Namek. Yes. Keith Lee doing big things. Have to mention last week's episode, 2 weeks ago's episode, because that's when Ricochet and Pete Dunne were in a tag match against Undisputed Era. And that's what led to the kerfuffle that happened on last week's episode, where we had Ricochet and Pete Dunne talking trash to each other, that they want each other's belt and it's your fault, my fault, whatever.
I saw that.
They're idiot baby faces, so they need to fight each other. So is it tonight or is it next week? Champion versus champion. Apparently both belts are on the line. Ricochet against Pete Dunne. North American and UK titles are on the line. So theoretically,
so winner gets both belts.
Namaste.
Unless there's a DQ or a count out, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay, so probably a DQ or count out.
And I've forgotten the spoiler, so I don't know what the fuck happens. Forgotten Son.
Robert Miller says, I'm not as burnt out because I fast forward through a lot of Raw.
I'm actually... my man Travis and I, we would normally
next week is that match.
We would meet up on Mondays at his place, and we'd fast forward a shit ton of Raw, and we'd have some episodes of Dragon Ball Super, maybe an episode of American Chopper, maybe an episode of Impact to see what's the flavor.
Episode of Backdoor Sluts 9,
11. We gotta catch up. Now it's like, why am I watching Raw? Like, I can live with the top 10 moments that they give me on YouTube on Wednesday, and I feel like that's all I need to know from Raw. Again, like I just said earlier in the show, so you want the pro wrestling? Dude, Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy and Rusev Day against the New Day pretty much took up that first hour, right?
Yeah.
And it was solid.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for me to skip SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
you're speaking as a fan.
As a fan,
as a fan, I totally feel that as well, because I'm like, oh fuck, why am I doing this? And the only reason why I watch as much as I watch is because of this show, because I feel like a responsibility to our viewers for me to be informed enough to actually speak about these things, so that you don't have to.
Unless our viewers tell us that we need to be watching other shit.
Oh, don't put that on them, because they always tell us, hey, you should have been watching this. Hey, you should have been watching that.
Last week, guys. Robert, you need to mail me a medal.
Robert just fucking told you what to watch on the Mae Young Classic, and you just sat there and said, I ain't watching shit.
Forgotten Sons and the Street Profits is another match of the week candidate. That was fun. Fun.
That was fun.
For a heel tag team that isn't necessarily a heel tag team. It was still fun. Fucking Montez sipping the cup and then going all fucking Super Saiyan. Oh my god!
What the hell was in that cup?
It was purple. I'll tell you that much.
I don't think he's from H-Town.
That Flamin' Mo. But that was a fun match, dude. And I wish that it was Gunner in that match, because I want to see what a couple of months of NXT developmental will do to a guy that spent a couple of years in TNA. I'm being cautiously optimistic on how good Gunner can be in NXT.
I don't know if Gunner necessarily needs it, but everybody needs it when you're going to WWE, unless your name's AJ Styles, right? Yeah. Everybody goes through NXT, but I think he was kind of that same class of like Rude and I know he's not on this level, but Nakamura and like all these other guys that had stuff elsewhere where they just needed to be exposed to NXT, and that's it. I don't know if he needed to refine his style like he was Green or something, because he's not Green. I'm not saying that I'm the biggest fucking Gunner fan out there.
I wouldn't say.
I think he was solid enough.
I wouldn't say he's Green, but he wasn't. He hadn't established a run. He doesn't have much of a character, so there's a lot of clay to mold there, instead of taking someone else's statue and cutting it up and putting it back together from scratch.
I think most of that clay to mold is in character, though. Because Gunner was what?
He has a look.
He was Gunner because he was in the Army or in the Marines or whatever it was, whatever armed forces that he was in. And like that was it. And he was just a big, swole white dude.
Yeah.
With tats. named Gunner because he was in the military. But there was nothing else that defined a gunner other than all the generic basic shit.
But right now they're playing to his advantage. Hey,
Right.
you were in the Army? Awesome. We're going to put you with these other two guys, Forgotten Sons. Make it work.
Yeah.
All right.
That already is more interesting than just the plain old regular gunner stuff.
Yeah.
All the stuff in ring, and again, I'm not saying he's a technical wizard or anything. I'm just saying in ring he was solid enough to where I'm not worried about it. What I'm worried about is his look, is his promo, is his presentation, the aesthetics, his character, that type of thing.
Because apparently not apparently. If you want to make it to their main roster, it's not really the moves, it's the personality, it's the character, it's the backstory, it's that.
Elias says Forgotten Sons will be the next big heel tag team.
I hope so. Well,
in NXT or altogether? Because I'll believe you if you said it in NXT.
Ooh, the Mighty are creeping up though. The Mighty are another team where they have the fundamentals, but I don't know what makes them the Mighty Don't Kneel or what made them the Mighty Don't Kneel. And I still don't know what the fuck a TM61 is. But right now, what they're doing as a heel team, they might be the heel team now.
Really
After Undisputed Era is on another level.
I really wish that they could have used the terminology and the phrasing TMDK. The Mighty Don't Kneel sounds more creative, and it also sounds like it encapsulates the idea of what they are more so than the Mighty. If you're somebody that you're calling yourselves the Mighty, either you're full of yourself because you're not that mighty, or you're these big, swole, strong dudes, and it fits that you're the Mighty. And they're not big, swole, strong dudes. So I guess they're just cocky heels, and that's it. That's too generic.
I think NXT got this one right. Because I'll explain to you why.
Okay, why?
The Mighty Don't Kneel doesn't sound like the name of a team. That sounds like...
But when you say TMDK, it does.
It sounds like the next catchphrase that's going to get over in WWE.
Oh,
so
okay.
Especially when they were in the Indies in Japan. We are the Mighty, and the Mighty Don't Kneel. The team is the Mighty, and what they do is don't kneel. And they kind of... But I do agree with the acronym. TMDK, you put that on shirts, that shit's gonna sell. I wear Tokidoki stuff, and it's the same thing, TKDK, and I wear that shit all everywhere. And people ask me the same stuff.
You're Mark.
Kid Robot Tokidoki, man. Dude. Speaking of the next heel tag team,
Lorcan and Birch are awfully close, according to Robert.
To heels? We're talking about heel tag team.
We're talking about heels. They are pretty baby facey, but I could see them being heels.
We're talking about top heels as far as tag team
goes. Yeah, in NXT. Yeah.
As of last week, do you see Velveteen Dream as a #1 contender? To Ciampa.
I'll tell you what. It will break up the whole threat of the monotony of Ciampa, Gargano, and Black. You throw Velveteen in there, it's a different face. It's a different aesthetic. It's a different name. It's, something different. I like it. Why not? Throw him a bone. Let him try. That kind of spaces out the stuff with Gargano and Ciampa a little bit. Give Black a little time to get a little healthy. And, hey, you give Velveteen the exposure on the big time with that big title.
And the other thing that helps, this reminds me of TakeOver last year.
Elias said no.
Because
I disagree.
The main event for this TakeOver will not be Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream.
Oh, yeah?
The main event for this TakeOver, War Games. So you can risk. This is NXT's version of the Royal Rumble. You can have guys that are in the cusp of the main event, the gatekeepers of the mid-card, and throw them in a title match to see how good they'll do. Because people are not going to buy the Royal Rumble to see Madison Square Garden. You're not buying the Royal Rumble to see Jeff Hardy against Randy Orton for the WWE title. You're not buying to see Edge versus Rey Mysterio for the World Heavyweight title. You're not buying it for fucking Batista versus Kennedy for the World Heavyweight title. You're buying the Rumble because you're watching the fucking Rumble. And this is NXT's version right here. You can throw a guy like fucking Andrade Almas against McIntyre.
Yeah.
You know, because people
and they stole the fucking show.
Exactly.
When they weren't supposed to.
And not to mention, again, you could try that because I'm not spending my money on TakeOver War Games for a title match. I'm buying that shit for fucking War Games. So you can take risks like that. If it happens, I'm already at a fucking 11 for fucking Velveteen versus Ciampa, because it's such a different contrast of styles, different contrast of personalities. And if it sucks, if it's a wreck, I want to see the damage. Like, I want to see it head on.
As much as I absolutely love Ciampa and Gargano and Black,
it needs a break.
It's not a contrast of styles and not a contrast of personalities. Blackheart and Aleister Black are way too close into being these maniacal, slow, calculated.
They're opposite sides of the same coin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Gargano, he's descending into that same kind of madness that those two are kind of pulling him into. So they're kind of starting to become a little bit too much of like the same thing.
Not just that. I think the NXT neighborhood is kind of sick of babyface Gargano. They're turning on him like the main roster turned on Bayley so fast.
Yeah.
Woo!
I mean, that being said, that doesn't change that aesthetically. They're all they all pass the same sniff test where that's all Italian food.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, what the fuck is that? I don't know what it is, but it smells delicious. Ooh.
Grits? Give me them grits.
Yeah, grits. A little bit of soul food. Okay. I ain't never had oxtail before. What is this?
Collard greens. Somebody pass me that grape Kool-Aid. Come on.
Good.
Yeah. So those are 2 episodes of NXT in a nutshell.
You know what I discovered the other day? I live right down the street from a place called Cool Runnings, and they apparently sell Jamaican jerk oxtail.
I knew you were going to say Jamaican. God.
Jamaican jerk oxtail. I need to go because then I saw them featured on the Food Network, and I was like, wait a second. That's down the street from me.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. We need to try that.
Speaking of Food Network, I will be taking my nephew. Oh, my God. My goddamn nephew. Every time I come back from a WrestleMania. Uncle Chris, why don't you take me to Cali? Uncle Chris, why don't you take me to New York? Uncle Chris, why don't you take me to Chicago? I'm taking this bitch ass to San Antonio for Hell in a Cell. His first pay-per-view outside of Houston. I'm driving him up there.
This weekend.
And we're stopping at Big Lou's for some of that huge ass pie from the Food Network.
You know,
Won't be my first time.
You know, you got to get there early because if you want the big ass one and it's just you and your nephew, you're an asshole because you're taking up an hour's worth of time for other people that have a party of 8 that can actually realistically finish that off.
Fucking big one.
Yeah, don't do the big one. Get them a regular size.
I have to drive back that night.
It all tastes the same. No, you would fucking taking the Big Lou's burgers instead. Get a big ass burger instead of the big ass pizza.
That's right.
Big Lou's burgers.
Okay.
Go there instead. Because it's just the 2 of you.
Yeah.
Beat your Capricorn.
Lucha Underground!
All right.
Did you watch 2 weeks worth of Lucha Underground?
I sure did.
Holy shit. Tell these people about the dead wedding.
Oh, man.
Which I called it that. I don't know if that's
what you called it. Yeah. Holy shit, what the fuck is that? That is the best fucking line that I've heard Mr. 423 Get Fame say. And he's been full of a lot of really great lines. He is such a character. I love him as the guy that was marrying off Taya and Johnny Mundo.
These two sexy people.
That was great. Usually,
if I'm ever drunk enough, I'm gonna have him do my next wedding.
Usually, Lucha Underground, they like to buck convention. This particular wrestling archetype, I didn't mind that they didn't buck convention and they went along with what normally happens. Because when you have a wrestling wedding, what happens?
Somebody fucks it up.
Somebody ruins it, and I didn't mind somebody ruin it.
Because it came so far out of left field. Every time there's a wedding in pro wrestling, the person that fucks it up
is the guy that the guy is feuding with.
Yeah.
And
yeah. And the guy that fucked it up, well, kind of, if you want to go that same way, the guy that fucked it up was fucking the Pretender.
What do you mean the Pretender?
The Mundo wannabe.
Oh, Ricky.
Mundo.
Ricky
He's the one that let the beast out of his cage. And
right.
Beast didn't go crazy. Beast went beast.
You can't blame him for going beast. He is a beast. The beast went beast.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Taya standing up to him, busted open. Even if you're not a fan of Lucha Underground, even if you don't understand the concept, if you just want to compare that to old school classic wrestling, who cannot get behind that?
Taya at that moment made it wiggle a little bit, and now I see what Johnny sees in
her. Oh, yes.
Because for the longest time, I'm like, Johnny, really? You're going to Taya? Okay, you love her. All right, fine, whatever. But after I saw that, I was like,
got you.
Ooh. Oh, well done, sir.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I get it.
Props to you.
I understand. Yes, sir. All right. But going back to Ricky, I absolutely loved the sell job he was doing, sitting out in the audience, just gleefully watching the Monster Matanza Cueto ruin the wedding, and just like sitting back
he killed everyone.
The rest of Worldwide Underground being none the wiser. He's really pulling the wool over their eyes.
They're just assuming he's that dumb when in fact he's the smartest one in the flock.
And that's what's cool about Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground does not insult the intelligence of the viewers. WWE will try to pull the wool over not only their characters' eyes in kayfabe, but also think that they're pulling the wool over our own eyes. And that's what's what happened here. We know exactly full well what the fuck is going on with Ricky Mundo, but the rest of the Worldwide Underground don't. That is right there, that dramatic irony that you learn about in high school drama class 101 right there. Exactly what it is. We know what the fuck's going on, but the characters don't know what the fuck's going on. And that's what makes it interesting. Yeah. And ooh, it was just good. It was good. Mwah. Good. Epic.
Does anybody that watched Lucha Underground care to remind me when was it that the Worldwide Underground suddenly became, I don't want to say facey, but they're not necessarily heels?
When they decided that they wanted to take on the Lizard Tribe because the Lizards were more heel-y than them.
I kind of felt it was still a dickish move when Joey Mercury showed up and he's like, "This is my best man now. Bitch, get the hell out of there. Go out the door."
Yeah.
But it made sense. I liked it. And they still like, oh my God. It's so
the tweener stuff that they do is good.
Stupid. It's so corny, but we know it's corny because again, it's not a wrestling show. It's a show that has wrestling in it.
Yeah. And it's still geared towards audiences like us.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Match of the week candidate. Had I not watched Japanese wrestling this week, this might have been my pick.
Okay.
Again, Lucha Underground on the forefront. Before we're still in the middle of the women's evolution on Raw.
Right.
But WWE, give me a call when one of your women win a main title that men hold. Because that's what Lucha Underground did.
Yep.
¿Verdad?
Yep.
Ahora sí. Balor clubs for everyone. Yay, jazz hands. But call me, WWE, when you have a gay guy put on a match of the week candidate with Jack Evans. There is a character and a charisma about Exolicious that I'm gravitating towards. And I don't feel guilty about it at all.
You know what I just got done saying about Taya? Where I was like, man, I don't know about Taya, but you know what? Right there, it made it wiggle. Exolicious made it wiggle for me a little bit.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yes.
But I've known you for over a decade. He's married to a feminist, has a female as a roommate,
yes,
and has been on this show more than enough raving about how much he loves chocolate.
Oh, God.
So I'm like, I shouldn't be shocked by that. I shouldn't. But I damn near choked.
No, man.
And you're damn near crying.
I fucking love Exolicious. He put on a hell of a match. And you know what? Fuck it. That's my match of the week pick. Because you had to remind me that match happened this week because I thought that was last week's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Fuck it. That's my match of the week pick. I'm going to renege on the other one where I talked about the WWE one. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that's my match of the week pick. Holy fuck. did he have such a great showing. Not only did he have a great showing, not only did I believe that he could win, and you know what, he's going up against a member of the Worldwide Underground, which runs fucking Lucha Underground. But he fucking won! What? He won?
He tapped out Jack Evans.
He tapped him out!
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was so fucking cool, man.
I was
surprised.
I was hooked halfway through that match. Again, whether it's pre-tape or whether it's dubbed or whatever you want to call it, there's times when you watch TNA. There's even times when you watch the last season of Lucha where you can tell that that what you're hearing isn't always what you're seeing. Everybody in that fucking place was in for this match.
Oh yeah,
they were behind EXO, they had them right here, and that's both of the guys. You know, both of them are telling the right story. You know, EXO stands out obviously because you watch it, you know why EXO.
You know why it stands out.
But Jack Evans is doing just as good a job to keep that boat afloat. And god damn, dude, you know what? I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say, well, technically, it can't even be our match of the year because this is 2 weeks ago. But god damn, that was a fun match. That might be a match of the week pick for last week or this week or fuck whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Whichever week it was.
That was fucking entertaining, dude. I was sports entertained. I was sports entertained and I was wrestling entertained as well. The match itself was so fucking good. I mean, you want to talk about character? He's got it. You know, you talk about like Velveteen, and you know, Velveteen has this androgynous character that's really going over. This guy has that same character turned up to 11. He's doing what Orlando Jordan tried to do and failed miserably at, and he's not. He makes it seem like he's not even trying. Yeah, you know, like it's just him.
Yeah,
it's not a character. That's just him.
It's just him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to dinner. I'm gonna go catch a movie, and then I'm gonna go wrestle. Yeah, and that's it. That's the same guy.
And I'm gonna kick your ass while doing it, while popping my booty out and having makeup.
Kardashian ain't got nothing on EXO.
Oh God, yeah,
damn.
He does
I'm
not
a straight man saying that shit too. But damn, aesthetics aside,
those squats work for him.
Those Hindu squats.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the next week.
Robert Miller says, "Agree. I'm loving that little dude."
Segment of the week. The fight scene with Melissa Santos and fucking Katrina. Wow.
For a second, I forgot I was watching Lucha Underground, and I thought, like, is this that Kung Fu week they're always advertising on El Rey? Is that what's going on here? Because it was like a 30-minute. Well, I know it wasn't 30 minutes, but it felt like 30
It was
minutes.
A long segment. It was the first 10, 12 minutes of the show.
Yeah, I was like, I know Robert Rodriguez had fucking fun putting his fingerprints all over this match. Well, not even a match, a segment, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, he was digging it. I bet.
Oh, I bet he was having so much fun.
The inner wrestling fan came out during that for Robert, I bet.
Well, inner wrestling fan, but also inner Kung Fu movie fan. Because that's, you know, the kind of stuff that he's into. And that just screamed, this is Robert Rodriguez's little fucking pet right here. You know, that was him. I wouldn't be surprised if he especially came down out from the office and said, "Hey, let me take care of this one," and it worked, dude.
Both the girls look good.
They look so good.
The only disappointment that I have, even if it was staged, even if it was pre-taped, I would have loved to have seen that between the bells.
Yeah,
they have me hooked on a Katrina versus Melissa Santos match, which unfortunately won't happen because now Katrina's dead. Again, this is not a wrestling show. It is a drama with wrestling in it because characters are fucking dying this season. Well, this is like Walking Dead now. Like people are just like,
well, to be fair, Phoenix was dead, but now he's not.
And now he's back.
Thanks to Aerostar.
Remember him by.
Remember Aerostar? This is a callback to last season. He's a time traveler. Yeah. So he was able to steal the soul from Katrina, put it in his little fucking Kamehameha Iron Man like little prototype, you know, boob thing, and then go back in time and splooge it back out into him. Like, what? What the fuck is going on here? Yeah.
But is it the right Phoenix?
Remember, he looked like a zombie, and he's like, it's gonna take him a little while for
brains.
Yeah, just to give him some time. He'll reboot here pretty soon.
Knocks on Chris Benoit's head. And walks away from him. Brains!
Yeah. So hopefully Phoenix actually.
But again, the story keeps going. There's supposed to be a trios tag match tonight. The Super Friends are reuniting. Drago, Aerostar, and Phoenix in a 6-man tag.
Yeah.
But how much of that is Drago still loopy loopy? How much of that is Phoenix still daddy?
Yeah.
So, but fuck, dude.
It's weird because in that segment, I believed him to be more of a zombie than Jeremiah Snake is supposed to be a zombie. Because technically, Jeremiah Snake is a zombie now.
I don't know if it's a candidate for match of the week, but I did enjoy what I saw of Hernandez and Pentagon Jark.
There you go. Yes.
Main eventing this fresh episode.
Match of the week candidate, not my pick, but it is a candidate.
And I'm interested. I think this is the first time that we might be getting Pentagon versus Cuerno in this entire run of Lucha.
Okay, there you go. That's where I really wanted to get to. Because the match itself, Hernandez and Pentagon, was cool, but I kind of knew who was going to win. You know, like Hernandez doesn't stand a chance. Hernandez hasn't been around. They brought him here and there, and it was probably just like, hey, we need a guy to job out to him for, TV purposes. And hey, why not Hernandez? Boom. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm happy to see him. Friend of the show. I actually have his actual phone number in my phone. It's true. But yeah, I kind of knew what was going to happen. The shenanigans, the swerve, the sports entertain part came after when it was like, oh, Cuerno's going to be the guy to take him on next. Okay, Cuerno might actually be able to fuck him up. Why? Because Cuerno is the Batman of fucking Lucha Underground. Because if you give him he's not so much that he's rich because he's still Mexican, but if you give him enough time and he could plan long enough, he could take out anybody. He's not the best wrestler.
Anybody.
He's not the best. But if you give him time to think and prepare, he will hunt your ass down and he will get it. He will get it.
Yeah.
He's Batman. He's Batman of Lucha Underground.
I'm Batman.
Soy. What is bat in Spanish?
El Batman.
Soy el hombre de bat. I'm sure bat isn't bat in Spanish. What the fuck is bat in Spanish?
The two most wetbackest Mexicans that are on this program. And we don't know what bat is in Spanish.
It's a Pet Cemetery rule. That's what our one says. About the zombies.
And that's 2 weeks worth of Lucha in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a couple more minutes before we bid you guys adieu.
All right.
Like I said earlier, I actually watched some TNA last week.
Or Craven. Yeah, I guess it could be Craven.
Yeah.
I still like Batman. Whatever.
Impact. Man, the problem of taping so many episodes back to back. That was the same place where they had Slammiversary.
Okay.
Slammiversary sold out. Like, you could smell it from the television. All the must from wrestling fans. So, to my chagrin, when they do wide shots and you see the entire place and there's like no second row of people behind the ones that are standing. And when you have side angles and right behind that guy, you can see the bartender and all those bottles. I was like, oh no. They did a good thing though. They like pushed most of the people to like the entrance ramp because that's where the hard camera was. So it looked from that angle that there was a lot of sweaty motherfuckers and kids there.
Yeah.
But when they started going around, I was like, oh man. I'm late to the party, but I am getting into Eli Drake.
Okay.
I'm digging me some Eli Drake. He's obviously he's got a look because he's cut up like a motherfucker.
I like his.
I didn't know this guy was. I didn't know this guy had some personality with him.
I was about to say,
I've been missing out on this.
I like his derp face because he does a good derp face. When he's like confused or somebody gets one over on him, he's like, I like it.
I'm catching him at a point right now where he's starting to become. I'm not trying to compare the two, but just in trends.
I got you.
He's starting to come around to be like the Rock of Impact, to where he's the bad guy, but he's so entertaining as a bad guy that you start doing his mannerisms. And you're starting to get over because people like your catchphrases and what you do. Apparently, his whole shtick during the Facts of Life was he had a buzzer and he pressed it. He goes, dummy, yeah. So now whenever he walks around, he goes, let me talk to you. I was like, so last week I beat these dummies. And the fans go, yeah. And then he said, dummies, yeah, dummies, yeah, dummies, yeah. Like they're like it took him a couple of months to train him on what it is that was for. And now that he's got them, he's playing off them. And then he notices that the fans are chanting along. So he's like, all right, pipe down. All right, settle down. Kind of like the Miz.
That's what I was about to say.
Kind of like
welcome to the most seen show. Welcome to, and everyone else says, Miz TV, and then he says, yeah, Miz TV.
Yeah, I'm interested in catching some more Eli.
Cool.
I'm a fan.
I've been exposed to Eli a little bit, and mostly because of my roommate Porsche. I like Eli Drake. I don't mind him.
Match of the week candidate.
Otra chingao.
Su Yung against Tessa Blanchard for the Knockouts title.
Oh, and Tessa won.
That was last week. That was last week. Triple threat. Tessa won without Su Yung getting pinned. This was Su Young's rematch.
One-on-one.
One-on-one.
Okay.
It was freaking good.
I saw the triple threat. It was actually pretty good. Yeah. I was very proud of Tessa. How much she's come along in just like the last 3 years. When she was here at Lone Star Championship Wrestling, that was just her second match ever.
Yeah.
Second ever.
Now she's got a pose, an entrance, a stance, a wink. She's got some moves down. She's got her own little
She's got
DDT
muscles in her ass now.
Yeah, she's looking good, man.
She does.
And the match with Su Yung was actually good. I shit you not. Halfway through the match, I started doing this. Like it had me. I was captivated. Oh. These two, the Dead Bride and freaking third generation with her.
That undead bride gimmick is so creative. It's really good. I know a lot of people hate on TNA or Impact, whatever you want to call it.
Fuck that out.
But there are a few things in there that are pretty darn good. And that gimmick,
even if you take away the contributions that Lucha Underground stars are having right now on the brand, there's still some homegrown TNA stuff, Impact stuff that there's promise on. That's an example. That
gimmick is exactly one of those things that
It's a shame that we're jumping into that. I'm at least jumping into it right now, where we're kind of maybe at the tail end of it because she's had that women's title for a while too.
Yeah.
And she's already had contenders, and she's already buried people and had the casket.
Yeah.
And so Ali and I don't know what Akira Hogan is, but
Akira Hogan is a gem. Oh, Kira Hogan.
Ooh. I'm on a thick kick lately. And Kira Hogan is like thick kick. Kira Hogan is knocking off some check boxes, bro. But there's a lot of promise and there's a lot of talent on Impact on both sides of the sex coin.
Sex coin.
Dude, Brian Cage wrecking shop on the X Division is compelling shit.
All right. Yes, I agree.
OVE as a unit, Sami Callihan and the Chris brothers, they're a fucking force, dude. There's something there with those three. And you're going to tell me you're going to team up OVE against the Lucha Brothers and Brian Cage? Give me.
Yes.
Give me.
Yes.
And then the main event, man, Moose turned heel. He's with Austin Aries and Killer Cross.
Oh.
And Moose actually got a fucking good promo.
It took him a while.
It took him a while because Ring of Honor, you don't really get that opportunity. All you do is jump over the top rope and do a bunch of curls. But dude, there's promise with what they're doing with Moose and Austin Aries, and now Killer Cross as like the hitman muscle. And now Johnny Impact's number one contender. So Austin Aries against Johnny Impact with those two that he's got to go through. Dude, there's between now and Bound for Glory in New York City. I'm gonna start keeping my eyes open on some Impact, which again means
that's less time for Mae Young.
that has to come out of somewhere.
Yeah.
If there's a budget and there's new bills coming into that budget, you're gonna have to cut some of that out, which means some of that
cut down on your private reflection time. That's all you gotta do.
No. It makes me who I am. What was supposed to be my match of the week pick was Golden Lovers against Tomohiro Ishii and Will Ospreay in a tag match.
That sounds like an interesting ass team. Ishii and Ospreay. So you got
they're building up
super
to this
big, like I'm gonna kill you versus little technical, I'm gonna turn you into a pretzel.
You could have bottled the reaction from the crowd when you saw Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi get in that ring together for the first time in that match.
Yeah.
And you're like, want more. And dude, yeah. And Golden Lovers, the double Kamagoye, boom.
Yeah.
Took out Ospreay. What they're building up to the Road to Destruction, because remember, during the G1 Climax, Ishii beat Kenny Omega, non-title, but he beat the champ. So now he has a title match coming. So that's going to be happening in a couple of weeks. I think on the 25th.
I still have a problem in my head picturing the difference between Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack Sabre Jr. is a pipe cleaner.
Okay.
Ospreay's got some meat on him.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit more meat.
Yeah.
But not
and he's a lot more flippy. Zack Sabre is more like
grounded.
Yeah.
Technical wrestler. Okay.
You're Demon Linko on steroids.
Yeah.
On crack, basically.
Robert Mellon says, sell your Metallica ticket.
I have several Metallica tickets.
Several.
And you shut your whore mouth for selling those. Yeah, Metallica, week 1 of Austin City Limits. Possibly week 2 Austin City Limits. January 20th on a Sunday, 7 hours down the road in North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Well, that's 7 hours right there. You could devote to the Mae Young Classic.
January, by then it'll be gone.
It'll be on the network forever.
There was an 8-man tag. Los Ingobernables de Japón against Minoru Suzuki, Desperado, and 2 other guys that I have not seen before, which the announcers could not help me because there was no English version of that match because it was a road to, so it was on Japanese. So I just heard a bunch of yelling, and I saw fucking Minoru Suzuki beat the ever-loving fuck out of Tetsuya Naito.
Okay.
That match fell apart from the beginning. Everybody separated. Like, if it was a smart TV, you could have had 4 different screens, and each one you could saw somebody beat the shit out of it. It was so fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
It's so fucking fun, man. And they're building up to Tetsuya against Suzuki coming down the road soon. And anytime you see Suzuki, you're gonna crap your pants. Mm-hmm. And then they might be building up to the something evolved something. There's another show back in Long Beach that
Chris.
Our friend Cody is going to.
Cody Young?
Yeah, he'll be there at the end of this month.
You mean the top banana?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna cut him down to size. I got him on the Mario Kart, and as soon as we're off the air, I'm gonna show him what it's done.
You're gonna show him.
Yeah,
you're gonna tell him what for.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him what potassium I got.
Oh God. All right.
So yeah, that was New Japan in a nutshell. That was the Road to Destruction. Destruction's I think in 2 weeks, something like that. In the morning, our time, because that's how it goes.
If you're not going all over the fucking country like this guy, and you're sticking around September 29th, sticking around here in Houston, check out Wrestle Festival. It is coming back. Remember Wrestle Festival? Remember that thing?
Donovan's
thing? Yeah. Yeah.
This is number 4.
This is the 4th one. Wrestle Festival number 4. It's coming back. I don't have the address offhand of which venue it is, and I just realized that right now.
So it's not at the same place last year. Was it at Stockyards?
It was Super Happy Fun Land. It's not there again. I'm not sure what the venue is. I'll have to get back to you on that. But your boy himself going to be ring announcer / commentator, whatever, because we don't really have a commentary. It's just here's a mic and just tell the people what the hell they're actually seeing in the ring. And it's really funny. If you like Doomsday, if you like Chikara, come check this out. We try to make it very funny.
Emphasis on the word try. Don't forget to take an Uber there.
No, a lift. Don't take an Uber, take a lift. All right. So yeah, check it out. The 29th of this month of September. Please support your boy.
Support him
and support local,
because he's having a reputation of brands and promotions that go DOA when he touches it.
Yeah, I don't
support him.
I don't know when the next DCW is. I haven't been able to go out there as much as I'd like to because crazy stuff going on in my life. But
you mean employment?
Okay. There was at one point in time last month where I had 4 different jobs, but things have started to settle down. So hopefully I'll be able to start heading back out to DCW again, and I will give you more updates on that as it comes around. But as of right now, I know for sure that I will be able to be there for Wrestle Festival 4. So come check it out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome.
Find me at Big Lou's Burgers Sunday. Find me at the grand opening of Roadmap Brewery on Sunday on Alamo in downtown San Antonio. Or if not, if you're just lazy, just pull my ear at fucking Hell in a Cell. I'll be there because every seat's an obstructed view at Hell in a Cell.
At Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Well, when the cage is down.
When the cage is down.
Every
Yeah.
seat's an obstructed.
If it smells clean, that's me. I'm gonna be the guy spraying Axe everywhere I walk. Scott and I were ill prepared. We had that little travel size. We went to Chicago. 5 minutes later, we're cursing each other because we got the fucking travel size.
Why do you take Axe? Take Febreze. Febreze neutralizes odors. Axe just masks odors.
It's wrestling. You wear masks. It's facts.
Yeah.
I believe that's everything.
I believe that's everything too. Everybody in the live chat, thank you so much for joining us. We're very much appreciated. Tell your friends.
If you thought our show sucked, tell your enemies.
Yes. There you go. See, that's a good way. Yeah, exactly. It's like, here, watch
And
this.
send all your complaints to Abel Morales at HoustonWrestlingRadio.com.
That's not a real email address.
HoustonWrestlingRadio@gmail.com.
There you go.
Attention, Abel.
Yeah, there you go. All
Dear
right.
asshole.
Then it would go to you. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Of course, we predict that this show is going to take only 45 minutes. It takes an hour and 45 minutes.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Well, no, an hour and 30 minutes because you ate.
We need to talk about
You ate.
TNA. We need to talk about New Japan. And we need to talk about like all this other shit that I didn't watch and only you watched.
No, man, we need to talk about fucking 9 hours of WWE because nothing else matters.
Well, we didn't talk about 9 hours of WWE because you didn't fucking watch Mae Young Classic. You ain't gonna watch Mae Young Classic. You got me shaking my head like D'Lo over here. You dealing with the real deal now. Woo-hoo-hoo!
He said real deal. You said real deal. Oh, fuck. All right, let me edit this bitch so that it'll be ready.
Yes,
tomorrow.
stop it, please.